Have you ever wondered, where were the Indian media when Manipur was burning? In the northeastern state of Manipur, a civil war-like conflict has been raging for months. The Meitei and Kuki-Zo tribes, two indigenous communities, have been locked in a deadly struggle. Over 140 lives have been lost and tens of thousands have been displaced. Entire villages have been razed, homes and churches burnt to the ground. Yet the media's gaze has been elsewhere. The conflict began following a court order to extend the scheduled tribe status to the Meitei tribe, a status that grants certain protections and rights. This move was fiercely resisted by the Kuki-Zo and Naga tribes, who already hold this status. The resistance escalated into violence, with both sides forming armed groups and launching attacks. The Meiteis, being the majority and politically dominant group in Manipur, have been accused of leading the majority of these attacks on Kuki-Zo villages. The situation remains tense, with a clear divide between the Kuki-Zo people in the hills and the Meiteis in the valley. The Manipur government has called for federal intervention to restore peace and security. Yet the Indian media remains largely silent on this issue. The neglect of the Manipur conflict is not an isolated incident. The northeastern region of India has long faced racism and neglect from the rest of the country. This is a region with complex demographics and colonial legacies that have perpetuated divisions. The Meitei community in particular has felt marginalized since the signing of the Instrument of Accession in 1947. The media's role in a democracy is to inform the public and to hold those in power accountable. Yet, when it comes to Manipur, they have failed to fulfill this duty. The media's silence is not just a failure to report, it is a failure to recognize the value of these lives lost and the gravity of the situation. So we must ask ourselves, why is this happening? Why are these stories not reaching us? Why are the cries for help from Manipur being ignored? The answer lies in our collective action. We must demand better. We must demand that the media sheds light on these forgotten corners of our country. We must insist that the stories of Manipur are told, that the voices of the Meitei, Kuki-Zo and Naga tribes are heard. We must remember that every life is valuable, every voice is important, and every story deserves to be told. And it is our responsibility to ensure that this happens. So, make a stand, demand better media coverage, because no one should be left in the shadows, especially not in times of crisis.